Hello children, my name is Christopher Adebwatin. You are a mathematics teacher. Today our topic is three-dimensional figures. Three-dimensional figures. And the objective is, by the end of the lesson, you will be able to mention 3 examples of three-dimensional figures found in the home. Three-dimensional figures found in the home. Samples of three-dimensional figures in the home. A cube. A cube. This is an example of a cube. The cube has 6 faces. The faces are 1, 1, and all the faces are equal. 1, that is the face. 2, that is the face. 3, that is the face. 4, 4, that is the face. 5, and 6. So you see, all the 6 faces are equal. It means face 1 is the same as face 2. Face 2 is the same as face 3. Face 3 is the same as face 4. Face 4 is the same as face 5. And face 5 is the same as face 6. So we say the cube has 6 equal faces. That is what we have here. The cube has 6 faces, which are all equal. An example is the Ludo die. The Ludo die. The singular form is die. The plural is dice, because they are 2. When we have only 1, we say die. But when it is more than 1, we say dice. Now we have 2 dice. Let's see. This is 1. That is face 1. We have 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That is face 6. Then we have 4 here. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many faces? 4. Okay, let's come here. We have 1, 2, 3. Let's go over. 1, 2, 3. So this is okay. So you see the cubes, the dice that we have, each has 6 faces, and on each face we have the numbers 1 as face 1, 2 as face 2, 3 as face 3, 4 as face 4, 5 as face 5, and 6 as face 6. So we have the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, each for each face. So we say the die has 6 equal faces. So we are finished with the die having 6 faces to be equal. What do we use the die for? Yes? Yeah, we use it to play the game of Ludo. Good. We use it to play the game of Ludo. Now, let's just check with the keyboard. The keyboard. Okay. Apart from these dice, we have sugar cubes. As we see on the screen, we have sugar cubes. The sugar cubes, there are 3 here, as you see them. They are also items found in the home that can be called keeps. So the sugar keeps is one of them. The sugar keeps. That has also 6 faces. Then we have this one called the Rubik's Cube. The Rubik's Cube. That one is also here. It has 6 faces. We have this face. We have that face. We have this. On the screen, you can see only 3 faces. The others are at the side and at the back, and then the bottom. So we have 1, 2, 3, and this side 4, the back there 5, and then the base. Then we have the wooden cube. The wooden cube that also has 6 equal faces. As you see on the screen, it is. An example is this. An example is this. We have the faces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this also has 6 equal faces, and that is a cube. So we have the wooden cube having all the 6 sides being equal, 6 faces being equal. So that is it for the cube. Now let us look at a keyboard. A keyboard that also has 6 faces, but with the keyboard the faces are not the same. The faces are not the same. Let's just check with this one. This is an example of a keyboard. Let's see face 1. That is face 1. Face 2. Face 3. Face 4. phase 5. And phase 6. If you watched closely, you saw that phases 5 and 6 are equal. Phases 5 and 6 are equal. 3 and 4 are also equal. 3 and 4 are also equal. Let's check. 2 and 1. They are also equal. So phase 1 is equal to phase 2. 1 is equal to phase 2. Phase 3 is equal to phase 4. Phase 5 is equal to phase 6. So we see that with the key, we have all the 6 phases to be equal. But with the cuboid, the phases are not equal. We saw that phase 1 is the same as phase 2. Phase 3 is the same as phase 4. And phase 5 is the same as phase 6. So we have the 6 phases all not being equal. 1 and 2 are equal. Phases 3 and 4 are equal. Phases 5 and 6 are equal. So there are different phases. 5 and 6 are the same. 3 and 4 are the same. And 1 and 2 are also the same. But all the 3 pair of phases are not equal. Now we have, let's look at the kitchen cupboard. Yes. You see this face. If we should call that phase 1, it is the same at the back, which we can see now. But when we use this, then the back will be phase 6. And this one will be phase 5. Then, when we look at the side, if we take that to be phase 3, if we take that to be phase 3, then it means phase 3 will be the same as phase 4, which is this one. Phase 3 is the same as phase 4. So this side, when we close it, this side is the same as that side. And then phase 1, that is here. When you raise it, you see phase 1. When you close the door, you see phase 1. And the top will be phase 2. And that is what we have here. Phase 1 and phase 2. So you see that phases 1 and 2 are equal. Phases 3 and 4 are equal. Phases 5 and 6 are also equal. So that is about the cuboid. We have the wardrobe. The wardrobe that also has 6 faces. 6 faces. We have one, face 1. Then we have face 2. Face 2. Then we have face 3. And then face 4. Face 4. And face 5. And face 6. This also has 6 faces, but they are not equal. From what I am holding now, you see that face 1 and face 3 are the same or are equal. Face 3, face 1, they are equal. Face 2 and face 4, they are also equal. And then face 3 and 1 are the same. Let's see. Face 5 and 6, they are also equal, just as we have here. We have, how do you call this? Yes? A fridge. Good. So a fridge is also an example of a cuboid. Let us see. This is a fridge. Because it is a cuboid, it should have 6 faces. 6 faces. We have the front part here. One face. Then the side here. That is also another face. Then the bottom or the base. That is also a face. And when we go to this side, which you can see, but when we take this, we can say that is the face 4. What is this? Yes? Yes? Good. A bar soup. A bar soup. Some people will say key soup, but we say a bar soup. That also has 6 faces. We can have this shape to represent the soup, the faces, so that you can see all the faces. That is the bar soup. That is. Yes, who can tell me what is on the screen? Yes? Yes? Chocolate bar. All of you say it. Chocolate bar. Again, chocolate bar. So that also will have 6 faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. What is on the screen? What picture do you see? Okay, a freezer. Yes, that is a freezer. A freezer is also an example of a cuboid. Example of a cuboid. Now let us check the next one. The next one is a cylinder. A cylinder. A cylinder. How do you call this? Yes. Yeah, a barrel. A barrel. A barrel. Let's look at the top and then the bottom and then the side. You see, this is an example of a cylinder. What do we do with the barrel? Yes, just one thing that we do with the barrel. Okay, we keep water in the barrel. Let's move on. What do you see here? Okay, paint buckets. A paint bucket. So let's see. You have this. You have the base or the bottom, and then you have this side. This is also a face, one of the faces of the paint bucket. And the side here, they are all counted as face. So it has 3 faces. 1, the bottom, and then the side. So it has 3 faces. The paint bucket has 3 faces. Then we have here, what picture do you see? A bucket? No, I won't take just a bucket. Qualify it. A metal bucket. Good. A metal bucket. I think you have all seen a metal bucket before. You use it to fetch what? Water. Good. So we use the metal bucket to fetch water. What again? What do you see here? A bucket? No, I won't take a bucket. You saw the first one. We said it was a metal bucket. So this one is what? A plastic bucket. Yes, you see a plastic bucket. That is also an example of a cylinder. Plastic bucket, metal bucket. They are all examples of a cylinder. Now what do you see here? This is what? Good. A gas cylinder. Even the name would just tell you that it is a cylinder because we have said a gas cylinder. And we are talking about a cylinder. So the gas cylinder is an example of a cylinder. Yes, we have this one here. This is also a cylinder. We have the top, we have the base, and we have the sides. So that is also an example of a cylinder. That is also an example of a cylinder. So look at how it looks like, so that when you are asked to give an example of a cylinder as a three-dimensional figure, you will be able to mention some of these. Yes. The faces are, you have the top, the bottom, or the base, and then the side. So the faces are three. The faces are, you have the top here, and then you have the base, and then the side. Top, bottom, side. That will give you three faces. So the cylinder has three faces. Now we have come to the end of our lesson on three-dimensional figures. Let us take something home to do. Mention three items, homework. Mention three items each in the home. That is a cube, a cuboid, and a cylinder. That is your assignment. For the cube, you mention three items. Cuboid, you mention three items. And the cylinder, you mention three items. So then we have come to the end of our lesson. I wish you